The very basic purpose of education is to ensure that you are provided with the best possible career. And that's why most of the people go for higher education. However, a vast majority of the people have problem going for higher education due to various personal reasons. They usually end up completing their education as and when they have completed their 10th class or matriculation. So, do they have any opportunities for jobs? Yes, they do. And as a matter of fact, both government as well as private jobs are available. In today's video, which happens to be the first video for jobs exploration series, I am going to discuss about the various government job opportunities the students of class 10 who have passed class 10 have. This is Sriram and welcome to careerco.sriram. Before getting into the details about what are the various job opportunities available in government sector for students who have covered class 10, there is one very important note I want to share, which is the minimum age requirement for all the opportunities offered by the government have to be 17 and a half and more. So if you are 17 and a half years or older, you are eligible for the job. Now, let's get into the details of the jobs. Among the various opportunities available after class 10 in government sector, the one that is prominent among them all is the defense sector. It is because it recruits the maximum staff than any other sector in our country, and this is closely followed by the Indian Railways. When talking about the defense sector, there are various opportunities available to the students across various armed forces, which is what I am going to discuss now. To talk about the first one, in the recent past, the government of our country has introduced a scheme called as the Agnipath scheme. As per this scheme, students who have completed their class 10 with 45% and above marks and who have completed their age of 17 and a half and above are eligible to apply to become Agniveers. Apart from this, they should also ensure that they don't get married either before or during the tenure. And this service will be only for 4 years. Students will be receiving a salary of 30,000. When I say students, the ones who have recruited themselves as Agniveers. They will be trained for 6 months and then they will have a service of 3.5 years. Now, upon the successful completion of this tenure, they will be entitled to receive a lump sum of 10 to 11 lakhs of rupees. So that's the benefit of this scheme. Now let's get into the second one. The second of the opportunities that are available after class 10 in government sector in defense is the GD or General Duty Soldier. And for this, the student has to have 17 and a half years or and above, and the maximum upper age limit is 23 years. And they should have completed their class 10 with at least 33% of marks, which is considerably less than the earlier one. And they will be entitled to receive a minimum salary of 21,700 and the salary goes upwards above that. Now let's look into the next one. The second type of job offered by the Indian Army is tradesmen. While the general duty soldiers are on the field, these people who are tradesmen are actually the ones who are behind the screen. These people are like cooks, chefs, dressers, washermen, etc. These ensure the safety and every other aspect of the soldiers. And these also sometimes include the dressers. Dressing means whenever you are wounded, you will have to dress them. So for this, the good thing is even class 8 people are also eligible. However, in general, people who have completed their class 10 with 33% scores and who have crossed 17 and a half years of age are eligible. And the starting salary for them is 18,000 per month and it can go upwards. Similar to that of tradesmen in Indian Army, even Indian Navy has their own set of such people and they are called as marine recruits or in short MR. So Navy MR is the kind of job which is offered to the people who have completed their class 10 with 55% of marks and the minimum age required is 17 and the maximum age is 20. And they are offered the similar salary like 21,700 and it can go above. So the kind of jobs offered in this case are chef, steward and sanitary hygienist. Now let's look into the next one. While the military of our country deal with the problems that arises externally, There is other sort of force available within the country, and they are called as the paramilitary forces. And notable among them are CISF, ITBP, BRO, CRPF, and so on. So now let's look into the various job opportunities available under the paramedical section. Among the various paramilitary forces available in the country, the first thing that has to come to mind is CISF. CISF stands for Central Industrial Security Force. As the name itself suggests, all the central government operated industries or companies will be provided security by these personnel. So there is a requirement for tradesmen in this profession as well. Now, if you want to get into this as a tradesman, you have to complete your class 10 with at least 35% of marks. Apart from that, you need to be at least 18 years and the maximum age is 23 years. And the salary offered to the tradesman is starting salary is 21,700 and it can go beyond that in the future. Similar to that of a tradesman, a constable is also required for CISF, and for him the requirements are the same. The percentage requirement after class 10 is 35 and the minimum age is 18 while the maximum age is 23 years, and for the salary is concerned it is 21,700 and it can again go above the given salary. Just like the earlier one, even the ITBP, which stands for Indo-Tibetan Border Police, and CRPF, Central Reserve Police Force, these two organizations also do require constables, and for this you have to just complete class 10 with 35%, and for CRPF it is 40%. Others same. The minimum age is 18 years and the maximum age is 23 years, and the starting salary is 21,700 rupees and it can go above it. Now let's look at the other options. Now that you have understood about the opportunities available with military and paramilitary, now let's look at the other areas where we require security. There are various organizations in our country like the income tax department or other departments wherein you need to be having a very high level of sophisticated security. Now for this they recruit constables again. Constables and other tradesmen are also required in that area. So there are recruitment processes even with SSC, and for people who have completed class 10 there are two opportunities. Let's look at them. The first of the job offered here is the general duty soldier or simply called GD. Now these people have to complete their class 10 with 35% of marks and they should have completed age of 18, and the upper limit for this job is 23, and they are paid the salary of 23,500 per month, and the salary will go upwards. Now let's look at the second option. Multitasking staff or MTS, and this particular kind of job involves various kind of activities like sweeping, cleaning the floors, or doing the peon work or things like that. For this, students have to complete class 10 with at least 30% of marks. So just pass mark is enough. And the minimum age is 18 years and the maximum age is 25 years. And the salary provided to them is 18,000 rupees as a starting salary. And this salary can go upwards. Now after the staff selection commission, it is the time we need to discuss about the second largest employer in our country, which is railways. So what are the various job opportunities offered for class 10 students in railways? Let's look into them. The first set of jobs offered by the Indian Railways are for Group D, which is very popular. For this, you need to have completed class 10 with at least 35% of marks, and the minimum age for this is 18 years and the maximum age is 33 years. The salary starts from 15,600 rupees. The various positions offered under Group D are keyman, cabin man, porter, etc. So for this there is a separate cell called RRC or Railway Recruitment Cell that conducts this Group D examinations. So you have to prepare for that, give the test, and then you can get recruited accordingly. Now let's look into the second one. Similar to the military or SSC or paramilitary, there is also requirement for railways for protection, and that is through something called as Railway Protection Force, which is also called as RPF, and they do need constables. For that you need to have completed class 10 with at least 35% of marks, and you should be between 20 to 25 years of age to enter into being a constable, and the salary offered is 26,000 rupees per month, and this can go upwards. The next and the final opportunity which I'm going to talk about getting into railways is as an apprentice recruit in diesel locomotive works. Here the entry age is just 15 years. So this breaks all the records. And the minimum age 15 and maximum age is 24. And the percentage required is 50%. And you will be paid a salary of 22,500 as long as you are an apprentice. So this is a wonderful opportunity for those who have just reached the age of 15 and have completed class 10 with a good percentage. So I wish you all the best to get a job in Indian Railways. Now let's look at the other options after class 10, the various job opportunities under government jobs. The next important sector which I have to talk after all the sectors which we have discussed earlier is the public sector banks. All the public sector banks are also called as nationalized banks, and the jobs are permanent. And if you want to enter into these banks after completing class 10, you are eligible for only two types of jobs. Among them, the first one and the second one I'm going to discuss right now. The first one is security guards, for which you have to complete your class 10 and you should be at least 25-year-old for this, and the maximum age is 35, and you will be paid a salary of 19,800 rupees, and you have to complete your class 10 with at least 35% of marks for this. Now let's look at the next opportunity under banks. The other opportunity for those who have completed their class 10, that means they only hold class 10 degree. They have an opportunity in the public sector banks or nationalized banks, which is sweeper. For this, you need to have a minimum age of 35 and a maximum age of 55, and you will be provided with a salary of 15,000 per month. Let's look into the last one. Having discussed about all the opportunities so far, the last opportunity that you can have after class 10 is being into the police department. In police department, for the people who have completed class 10, there are two opportunities. One is to become a home guard, or the second is to become a constable. However, with regard to the constable, not all states offer you a position after your class 10. For some states, class 10 is enough to get you becoming a police constable. However, some require you to complete intermediate. The minimum age to enter into this is 18 and the maximum age is 40. And you need to have completed your class 10 with at least 40% of marks. And on an average, the salary structure for these people is 21,000 per month. However, this can increase over time. Now, you have to look for your respective state police departments to have a clear-cut understanding about the pay structure of these jobs. So, to sum up, these are the various job opportunities you have after you complete your class 10 in government sector. I wish you all the best and prepare well for your examinations. If you like this video, hit that like button, and if you don't, you can still dislike it. However, if you dislike it, please do mention the reason in the comment section so that I can improve my future videos. And also don't forget to hit that notification bell, because as and when a new video comes out, it can be intimated to you. Thank you very much. This is Sriram signing off, careerco.sriram.